Hi, hello. I'm gonna eventually turn this into a YouTube video. July 22nd, Pokemon Presents. Somebody pointed this out to me, but if you flip this backwards, 2/27 is Pokemon Day. So it's the opposite, 7/22, 2/27. There you go. There's your fun fact. My first prediction for the Pokemon Presents, in no order. I don't think they're going to open up with this. I'm just saying I think that we will get a release date for Champions, a new maybe I should say, like, let's do more likely to less likely. New Champions trailer, right? I think we get a release date for Champions. I think Champions will be playable at Worlds, although they might not mention that, but I think that will be on the website afterwards. We will have a summer release date for Switch, mobile release date for a later time. A Champions trailer or a trailer for the World Champion. The Champions, the game, which leads me to the second prediction. Second prediction. I think they will talk about Worlds. Talk about World Championships. Events at Worlds, maybe. More merch. I'm going to say I don't know how to spell varsity. Varsity jacket and Bear Walker skateboard. This year's Worlds, not future Worlds. This year's Worlds. I'm actually wearing the same hoodie I was in that picture. That wasn't planned. Gen 10? No, they're not going to do a Gen 10. Why would they do that? Here, I'll add this to a prediction. Predicting no Gen 10. Why not? Because they're still literally marketing Legends ZA. So why would they do a Gen 10 or any other game when they haven't put their full marketing budget into their October game coming out before Christmas? So no, I don't think no Gen 10, no black and white remakes. They have Champions, they have ZA. The other reason why I don't think, here, I'll give you an actual legitimate reason why I don't think there will be a Gen 10. Besides me telling you that marketing matters, which is true. So if we follow the TCG, which is somewhat reliable to follow, we'll just go backwards here. We'll start with the Sun and Moon series, which was Sun and Moon. That was February of 2017, and then we have Guardians Rising, we have Burning Shadows, right? Even if you don't care about like the TCG, this would matter for the main series games. And then we have Sun and Moon keeps going. Even Detective Pikachu was considered Sun and Moon. And then we go all the way to February of 2020, which is the Sword and Shield. So we switch. The last Sun and Moon series was November of 2019. We switch to Sword and Shield 2020, and then we go through all of this, even Celebrations, which was Sword and Shield. That was October of 2021. So this was the 25th anniversary set, and next year will be the 30th anniversary set. And then we have like Pokemon Go, which is also part of the Sword and Shield series. We're going to go all the way up. Last one was Crown Zenith, which again was in January. And then we have the Scarlet and Violet series, which started in March of 2023. So this is all Scarlet and Violet. 151 was Scarlet and Violet, Stellar Crown, Scarlet and Violet, Prismatic Evolutions, Scarlet and Violet. And then our last set of Scarlet and Violet will be Black Bolt and White Flare. Now, some people might be like, oh, Black Bolt, White Flare, we're getting Gen 5 remakes. No, it's just the 15th anniversary of these games for Japan, so that just makes sense. That's fine. But the more important thing here is not like the fact that it's Black Bolt, White Flare. It is this right here where it says Mega Evolution Series. We did not take Scarlet and Violet to Generation 10, right? We went Sun and Moon, Sword and Shield, even something like 151, which was all Kanto, right? This was all Kanto. That was still Scarlet and Violet. This is all Gen 5, still Scarlet and Violet. So that doesn't mean all of a sudden we're getting Kanto remakes or Gen 5 remakes. It's just they can celebrate anniversaries without needing a game using the TCG, which they've done before. But we're going into the Mega Evolution series. The Mega Evolution series is probably going to take us to October, and then we're going to get Gen 10 series in like March of 2026, ideally. This is going to be probably like a full year. This is like a break because they're not ready for Gen 10. So I think this is important to go back to, like, I'm giving you actual reasons why there's no Gen 10 and no black and white remakes. That's why when I said in February there was going to be no Gen 10 and black and white remakes, that's why I said literally last year during the Pokemon Presents in February there was going to be no Gen 10 and no black and white remakes. Because I'm actually giving you a legitimate reason here. And this is just one of many reasons why there wouldn't be Gen 10 or black and white remakes. But I think this is like a more solid reason instead of me just being like every other YouTuber and like trying to get your like hopes really high, because like if I say black and white remakes every year, I'll eventually be right. I think they're putting all their marketing budget into ZA, and then in February, that would be, I wouldn't say February, but like once ZA is out, then I think they start talking about like Gen 10. They probably talk about Pokemon Sleep being 2 years, TCG Pocket, maybe like a shadow drop of a set day after drop. That's like, these are kind of given. They might show off, I don't think they show off challenge mode. I think that's like maybe too niche for a trailer. Masters EX. You think I don't know if they have a lot to say about Cafe Remix right now. Oh, you know what I think they're for sure gonna show? Pokemon, I think they're gonna announce Eterna, I don't know how to spell it. Eternatus. We know it's coming, but they're gonna announce Eternatus in Pokemon Go. The Max Finale, that's what it's called. Mobile game talk. Oh, we forgot Unite. Is that all the mobile games they're doing? Pocket, Unite, Cafe Remix, Pokemon Untie. And then I think for Legend ZA, new trailer. We already have a release date. I think we'll see 2 new Megas and 1 new Pokemon. Could be regional though. Maybe regional. I have no basis for that. I just think that's enough for a new trailer. Like what is a little bit that they can show that's more than enough? And I think 2 Megas is more than enough for Pokemon that already exist. I'm trying to think of like which Pokemon would benefit from a Mega. Yeah, like Flygon. Like Flygon would be pretty hype. I do think the Kalos starters will get Megas, but I don't think they pull their hand on that yet. I think because I don't think that because they didn't show Decidueye, Typhlosion, or Samurott early. So I don't think they do that. Dragonite needs a Mega? Yeah, but Dragonite can't get a Mega because otherwise its Megastone will be Dragonite Knight. I think the Megastones are very sillily named. Dragonite. Just change the name of the item. You can't argue with that logic. We could see Pokemon Concierge on Netflix with a release date. And then the other thing would be, no, we're not going to get Pokemon Home replacement. Another thing would be this, whatever this is hinting at. Pokemon Presents will be streamed on Tuesday, July 22nd. We'll have its viewing page on 9 p.m. on the same day. This is for Japan, 9 p.m. Saturday. It seems that Pikachu is preparing for something. Stay tuned for updates. It does look like a DJ table. DJ table to me doesn't scream a music app. That's just my opinion. I feel like if I see a DJ table, I don't think of a music app. Now they have done DJ shows before in emerging markets. So like I went to a Pikachu DJ show when I was in Indonesia. This was only shown on the Japanese side, so it is possible where Japan has like an extra 2 or 3 minutes for their video. The soundtrack's already released in Japan. That's why that doesn't make sense for the soundtracks to be released for the Japanese webpage to say like soundtracks are coming, because they're already there in Japan. I own them all. But they already put music in the Nintendo app. And I feel like, why wouldn't they just continue using the Nintendo app at that point? Because isn't Legends of Arceus and Scarlet and Violet and Sword and Shield are all in the Nintendo app? And the reason that like this stuff here, I have the music right here. Maybe for those that don't know, this stuff right here, like the Gen 5 music, Black and White 2 music, Diamond and Pearl music. This is all in iTunes or like Apple Music, whatever you want to call it. But the reason that this is in iTunes, this is Fire Red Leaf Green, Heart Gold Soul Silver. The reason that this is in iTunes and not on Spotify is because Pokemon signed an exclusive deal with Apple to have this music in iTunes, and I don't know when that deal ends. I don't think anyone knows when that deal ends. So that's probably why this music isn't in the Nintendo app. But like Scarlet and Violet and Legends Arceus is in the Nintendo app, because those two albums, the Scarlet and Violet album and the Legends Arceus album, are not on iTunes. If they were to release their own music app, that would mean that this deal with iTunes is ending. But I don't, to me, this doesn't scream like music app. This maybe screams like in-person concert in like Japan or something. I don't know. I don't really have a horse in this race. Like, I don't really care what this ends up being. Like, if it ends up being a music game, I don't think that's exciting for me personally, just because I'm bad at music. Like, I have no rhythm. Like, I'm so bad at like Guitar Hero or Dance Dance Revolution, or I'm like really bad at all those games, or like Harmonite. I'm just not particularly good at those games. I think they're neat. I think they're really cool, and I think some people would like them, but I would lean more into this maybe being a game instead of just like, here's a bunch of soundtracks that you can listen to. Because they did say they were doing more Project Voltage. And I think Japan cares more about Project Voltage than anywhere else. I mean, Miku is a queen, but I don't think America cares that much about Project Voltage. The only other music thing on the America cares about Miku. I know they do, but like they announced this, but I don't think this is related to this. I think these are totally separate. I don't think they're related at all. I also don't know who any of these people are. I have no clue who Cam Steady is or Toasty Marshmallow. What is Voltage? Oh, sure. For Project Voltage is a Pokemon project with Hasune Miku. Here's some art for it. Here's Miku. Here's Farfetch. So this is like official Pokemon art. So Miku is a Vocaloid. She's not a real person. Well, she's real to me. I've only so anyone can use Miku. Miku is owned by somebody, but she's not like copyrighted, so anyone can like work with Miku and make stuff together. So she's really popular because of that. So there's 18 Pokemon songs that are with Miku, and these are technically official Pokemon songs. They announced that because this was so popular, that they're going to do more songs with Miku. Hold on one second. I have the CDs. So when I was in Japan, I got the Miku collection. So here it is. I haven't opened it yet. 18 songs. It's a bunch of artwork. You could get this at the Pokemon Center. Like the official Pokemon centers in Japan were selling this. Yeah, it's really, really cool. But I saw the live version of Miku when I was in Indonesia before DJ Pikachu came out. They did I think they did like 5 of the 18 Miku songs. And that was the first time I ever heard those songs. And then I was like instantly sold on it. And then the album came out when I was in Japan. So that could be related to this in the sense of they're making more songs. I'll put Project Voltage. More Project Voltage. Yeah, they are. We know for sure they're making new songs. It's just whether or not this is related to Project Voltage. I think this is a lot, though. Like if we look at all of this for a July Presents, I think this is too much. I don't think all of this can happen. I think for sure they talk about Worlds. I think they talk about Champions only because I do believe that Champions will be playable at Worlds and like a demo form. Nothing for SV. Oh, I guess if they do SV, it would probably just be, if they do Scarlet and Violet, it would probably just be raid builds, right? If they do Scarlet and Violet, it would probably just be like outbreaks and like new raids maybe. But they can do that in like 10 seconds. They did they wouldn't. I don't think they would even spend a full 2 minutes on that. I think they would. I think they would do the Treasures of Ruin before Miraidon Koraidon. I do believe that. Yes. So I think Champions trailer, Champions will be playable at Worlds because they had Pocket playable at Worlds last year, and then the year before they had, what did they have the year before? They had something that you could play the year before, and then the year before that they had Scarlet and Violet, and then the year before that they had, I can't remember, but the year before that then was Masters. No, Masters was like the World right before COVID. They've had a playable game at Worlds every year since Nashville. Because Nashville, you could play Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee early, and then DC, you could play Masters early, and then everyone has been that since. Would they do Coliseum Gale of Darkness? Oh, I don't. We already know they're coming. I don't know this well enough to know how fast Nintendo expansion games come out. With my when I do like predictions, I want to be like realistic with them. I don't want to like oversell. I don't want to like try to like hype you guys up for stuff that isn't gonna happen. You're so funny. Ha 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 ha. I think this is too much for a single. I don't think this is all gonna happen. I think this is too much. I don't think they do every single mobile game. ZA, they probably, if they're gonna show a trailer with like new megas, which would be really cool, I feel like they have to show one more thing. I think at this point there are people that are may be turned off because it seems very battling focused, right? And if they don't care about battling, I feel like they need to show something to convince somebody who doesn't care about battling to get. Like, oh, there's like a Pokédex completion thing. I really like doing that Legends Arceus. I can do that again here without being like, everything they've showed so far is like battling people at night. Bonus 100 Pokeballs with pre-orders. No, they already did a bonus on Pokemon Center. It was like the little plush. All right, Gen 10 is going to feature Pikachu, Bulbasaur, Squirtle, Charmander in chair form. And then the black one is a new type. Not the chair.